All right, let's talk about skincare for men. We're going to build the simplest, most effective routine you can actually stick to, all based on a dermatologist's advice. No fluff, no crazy products, just what works. Let's dive in.
So let's get right to it. Is all this skincare for men stuff just a big marketing ploy? You know, pink bottles versus blue bottles? Or is there a real scientific reason why men's skin needs a different approach? Well, it turns out the science is actually pretty clear on this one.
Okay, here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll get into the why, the actual science behind it. Then we'll get practical and build a super simple daily routine. After that, we'll talk about how to solve some of those common problems, like acne or blackheads. We'll even cover things like dandruff and body odor. And by the end, you'll have a clear path forward.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1. You might be thinking, why does this even matter? Well, it matters because if you understand the biology of your own skin, you can pick products that actually work and get real results. And here's the bottom line. Men's skin really is different.
So check this out. Men's skin is on average about 25% thicker than women's. It also has larger oil glands, which means, more oil. That can lead to things like more blackheads and even deeper set wrinkles down the line. But there's a flip side, a good one. That thickness means your skin can often handle stronger, more potent ingredients. So that's actually a pretty big advantage when it comes to treatment.
Okay, so knowing all that, what's the game plan from a dermatologist? It's all about one word: simplicity. The goal here is not to have a bathroom counter that looks like a science lab. No way. It's about a simple, budget-friendly routine. We're talking multitasking products, lightweight stuff, gel-based formulas that don't feel greasy. Because let's be real, the best routine is the one you'll actually stick with.
All right, now we're getting to the core of it all. This is the foundation, your simple daily routine. These are the absolute non-negotiables. If you do nothing else, do this. It's what will make the biggest impact for sure.
Let's start with the morning. Super easy. It's really just 2 core steps. Step 1, cleanse. Just wash your face. If you've got oily skin, something with salicylic acid is going to be your best friend. Step 2, protect. And by that, I mean sunscreen. Seriously, this is the single most important thing you can do for your skin. Now, if you want to get a little fancy, there's an optional 3rd step. Add a vitamin C serum after cleansing, but before the sunscreen. It's a great little boost for extra protection and can really brighten things up.
Okay, now for the night routine. Again, we're keeping it simple. But there's one rule here. You can never skip the cleanse at night. Think about it. It's your chance to get all the dirt, sweat, and pollution from the entire day off your face. It's crucial for preventing breakouts. After you've cleansed, you'll use a treat serum to target your specific goals. And finally, you'll lock all that goodness in with a moisturizer.
Okay, let's move on to the really cool part: customizing your routine. This is all about solving your specific problems. And that treat step we just mentioned in the nighttime routine, that's about to become your secret weapon.
This little guide makes it super straightforward. Just look down the list and find what you're trying to fix. Trying to reduce some tanning or sunspots? Look for kojic acid or glycolic acid. Pores and blackheads driving you crazy? Salicylic acid or retinol are what you need. And if you're looking to fight wrinkles, retinol is pretty much the gold standard. And you'll notice almost all of these are used at night. That's because your skin does most of its repair work while you're sleeping. Now, a really quick but super important reality check, especially about acne. You're not going to see a miracle overnight. It just doesn't work that way. In fact, sometimes your skin can even purge or get a little worse before it starts getting better. The key is to just stick with it. Real visible improvement usually takes about 3 to 6 months. Consistency is everything. You've got to be patient and trust the process.
All right, so we've got the face covered, but taking care of your skin doesn't stop there. Let's zoom out a bit and tackle 2 other really common concerns that are totally skin-related: dandruff and body odor.
So what exactly is dandruff? Well, first thing to know is that it's a chronic condition. That means the goal isn't to cure it forever, but to manage and control it. It's super common, especially in men between 14 and 40, which is right when your scalp's oil production is in high gear. So yeah, consistent management is the name of the game here. And listen up, because here is the #1 trick to making those medicated shampoos actually work. You can't just lather up and rinse it right out. You have to let it sit on your scalp for a good 2 to 5 minutes. Seriously, if you rinse too soon, the active ingredients don't stand a chance. This one tiny change in your shower routine can make all the difference in the world.
Now for body odor. The real strategy here is to attack the cause, not just cover up the symptom. Deodorant sprays, they're just masking the problem. A much better approach is to use a body wash with benzoyl peroxide on your underarms. And just like with the dandruff shampoo, you gotta leave it on for a couple of minutes. This actually kills the bacteria that cause the smell. Then follow that up with a good aluminum-based roll-on antiperspirant and try to keep the hair there trimmed short. It's a game changer.
And that brings us to the payoff, the results. Because what's the point of all this, right? It's to show you that you don't need a complicated, expensive routine. Just a few small, consistent habits can lead to some seriously significant results.
And don't just take my word for it. Here's a direct quote from the dermatologist whose advice this whole explainer is based on. She says, if you follow this simple routine, you will see your skin look much, much better in just 4 to 6 weeks.
Just think about that. 4 to 6 weeks. That's it. We're not talking about some year-long ordeal before you notice anything. In about a month, maybe a little more, you can look in the mirror and see a real, tangible difference. That's pretty motivating, right?
So let's wrap this all up. What are the big takeaways here? First, consistency always beats complexity. A simple routine you do every day is way better than a complicated one you do once a week. Second, sunscreen is your absolute best friend. It is your #1 defense. Third, choose products that are right for your skin type, whether you're oily or dry. Fourth, treat your scalp with the same care as your face. And finally, be patient. You gotta trust the process.
So there you have it. You've got the complete blueprint, the simple, no-nonsense guide to better skin. The only question left is, what's the one small thing you're going to start doing tonight?